punks and skins, as you can probably discern from my rather unkempt appearance, I didn't anticipate speaking to you this afternoon. This time slot was originally designated for an editorial focusing upon the current pandemic virus. And instead, we are having to focus upon a different kind of virus. Police shootings. Recurrent police shootings. Now, as I say, this is all spontaneous. I didn't know I would be speaking to you today. I have nothing prepared. However, I can tell you that even if I had a 50-page dissertation on law enforcement and police tactics, even then I wouldn't be able to answer the prevailing question as to why. Why these incidents? Why these shootings? Why these, in essence, murders keep occurring time and time again? I don't have the answer. I don't know. What I can offer to you are insights which would perhaps be condemned as speculative, but which appear to me, from all these years of observation, as self-evident. It's very sad to say this. It's shameful, in fact, and a lot of times it's downright shameless. But from the perspective of the police, it is an us versus them mentality. They truly do see themselves as society's babysitters. All you have to do is watch a few rerun episodes of that awful, lousy program, Cops, and you can see for yourselves the manifestation of that attitude and that stance. It's there. It's there for everyone to see. Now, in all fairness, or in all truth, the degenerate, criminal element, which does exist, which is out there, they're not helping anything. All they do is perpetuate crime, but they furthermore fortify, they strengthen, they reinforce, and in some way, some twisted way, they validate the rationalization behind the stance of the police and the quasi-defensibility of that stance. It's just this vicious, sickening cycle that perpetuates itself. Now, as I say, I don't pretend to be up on a lot of current events. A lot of my understanding is perpetually outdated anyway. But you see, in facing your question, I find myself asking another question. A question which, as I say, might be really rather outdated, out of place, and it might be something which has already been discussed 1,000 times over. They might be talking about it right now, ad nauseum. I don't know. I do know that I don't hear very much about this anymore, which comes as a great surprise. Leastways, it should come as a surprise. You see, there are two words which strike fear into the heart of even the most stoically heartless police officer. And those two words are internal affairs. Now, you operate under the premise that all cops are bastards. Well, I'm here to tell you that the internal affairs boys, they were the original bastards. The bastards all the way back to the beginning. Being a bastard is a job requirement. It's part of the job description for internal affairs. Don't believe me? You ask any cop. They'll tell you that inscribed on the badge of an internal affairs officer is the word bastard. Internal affairs exists to go after bad cops, to go after errant officers who are guilty of dereliction of duty. Internal affairs exists just for all of those bad apples you keep hearing about. It's what they do. It's what they live for. They love it. They thrive on it. And you would think that they would be having a field day, especially over the past year or so. So my question remains, where is internal affairs in all of this? They should be loving this and eating it up. Now, again, as outdated as my frame of reference is, for all I know, maybe they've been discontinued as a unit, as a police element. Maybe they don't even exist anymore. Or it could be that the powers that be, to which even the all-powerful internal affairs is answerable, maybe they have reined them in. Maybe they took him to one side and said, yeah, we see you chomping at the bit. We see you licking your lips and sharpening your knives, going in for the kill. Well, don't. Hold back, put a lid on it, cool it. Because if you go after them the way we trained you to do, the way we pay you to do, if you go after them and you bring them down, you're going to bring down the entire structure on all of us, including for yourselves. So just hold back and stay in the shadows. That could be what's going on, and sadly that wouldn't come as a surprise. Again, I have appeared before you to say, I don't know. But I find myself wondering, what is Internal Affairs doing during all of this? Because my understanding has always been, just in the way that the words postal inspector will drum fear into the heart of any letter carrier, Internal Affairs was always that police watchdog stopgap failsafe when it comes to all of those bad apples. Where is Internal Affairs?